What is up guys, welcome back. As you are slowly approaching in the last few days of this month, it's time for us to check out another episode of top 10 brand new free-to-play games you can play right now in the month of May. And as usual, all the games that I'm going to mention in this video are completely free to play right now. You can download them on Steam. Honestly, we got a pretty solid collection of free games to check out this month, including some popular ones too. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Alright, starting at number 10, we got a pretty cool little game called Betrayal Beach. It's a free-to-play online co-op social deduction kind of a survival game that you can play with up to 6 players online. Honestly, this game has a pretty cool concept where everyone is crashed on this strange island and all the survivors have to work together, building, crafting and completing different objectives in order to survive until the rescue come along. But among them, there's got to be a couple of saboteurs who try to sabotage the whole mission, and they will do everything in their power to ensure no survivors leave alive. They will play along with the survivors, earning their trust, helping the group at the same time sabotaging every possible way. And as the survivors, you have to collect different resources to keep yourself alive, manage your health, hunger, and also your limited inventory space. So it's a nice little social deduction kind of a game that goes back and forth. And honestly, not a lot of people know about the game right now. It's only having like 50 reviews on Steam, but it's definitely a fun game to try out, especially if you got a bunch of friends to play alongside with you. Alright, next up at number 9, we got a 2D action adventure game called Twaga Among Shadows. This game is actually not a brand new game. It was initially released back in 2020 on Steam, but it was a paid game for a very long time until a couple of days ago the game went completely free to play. It's a beautifully animated 2D single player action game where you go on an adventurous journey to combat the darkness. Right now the game is support 4 different variety of game modes, including a local multiplayer mode where you can play split screen with a friend, and on top of all that the game does support 40 different unique levels as well. So if you're on the market for a great little action game to try out, this game is highly recommended. And also right now the game is having very positive reviews on Steam, and considering this is a very old game, you can easily play this game even with a very old low-end PC or laptop. Alright, next up we got a pretty cool little casual puzzle game called 100 Istanbul Cats. And if you're someone who regularly scrolling through the free-to-play section on Steam, you will find dozens of this type of point-and-click games and basically new games releasing every single month. But this game is not like the other ones that I've seen, because this is colorful. It's really cool. It's a hand-drawn art of Istanbul, and you will have to find these 100 little cats. It's very cozy, relaxing and cute little puzzle game, and the one thing that I noticed is people absolutely love this type of games, and no surprise the game is right now close to like 460 reviews and they are mostly positive on Steam. So if you're looking for a fun little game to kill some time, this is the game for you, and you don't have to worry about the system requirements at all. Moving on, next up we got a couple of brand new psychological horror style of games, starting with a game called Stairway. It's a brand new free-to-play single-player walking simulator slash kind of a horror style of a game where your whole goal is to find a way to get out of the building that you're stuck in. And in order to do that, you simply have to observe every single level very carefully and ultimately find the stairway to get out of the building. And at the meantime, you have to look out for any anomalies, and if you find one, make sure to turn back because something bad's about to happen. It's not a long or a difficult game by any means. You can simply clear the level just by one playthrough, but once you get out, you can start another playthrough exploring other anomalies. So there is a little bit of a replayability value here. Right now, honestly, not a lot of people know about the game right now. It's only having like 35 reviews on Steam and they are very positive, and the minimum system requirements are also very much acceptable in 2024. Alright, if you're looking for a bit more of an horror adventure, next up we got another brand new game called Mimic Search. It's another brand new single player retro style psychological horror game in which you take the role of a police officer investigating a recent mimic attack. It's another very short single player story, only take you about an hour to complete the game, and you can explore this small dark open world kind of area, investigate and gather intel, and ultimately your job is to locate and neutralize the mimic in order to keep the area safe. Even though the story is pretty short, it sometimes feels very creepy to play around in the dark. It's definitely give you that atmospheric horror style of a thriller. So if you're into this type of game, this is a highly recommended game to try out. And right now the game is having more than 200 plus reviews and they are very positive on Steam. And also you don't have to have like a pretty powerful PC to play this game. Definitely playable even with a very basic PC or a laptop. Alright, moving on at number 5, we got a brand new free-to-play 2D action RPG style of a game called Tap Wizard 2. It's an awesome single-player kind of roguelike top-down shooter with a bit of an RPG element attached to it, and also has a very pixelated, colorful art style which I'm actually a big fan of. The game lets you choose you from variety of spells, perks and traits, and you have to fight against hordes of enemies, choosing the right spell at the right time. There are a total of 25 different enemy variants in the game, alongside 20 25 different unique ruins to utilize alongside common spells like fire, ice, lightning and poison. The game is right now having close to like 450 reviews and they are mostly positive on Steam. And also you don't have to worry about the system requirements, you only need to have 1 gig of RAM to play this game. Alright, next up we got a pretty cool little game called Puppet Master the Game. And it's a free-to-play online multiplayer kind of a shooter style of a game that celebrates the 30 years legacy of the classic movie Puppet Master. And throughout this game you can revisit iconic locations, select from large roster of playable characters from the movie, and also you can play across 4 different multiplayer game modes inspired from the movie series. And this will include game modes like Manhunt, Thief Co-op, Puppet Master and Puppet War. And it does seem like the game have its own audience who does enjoy the movie series, and I personally feel like this is a very cool project. And the game is pretty popular right now on Steam, having close to like 1000 reviews and they are very positive, and overall minimum system requirements are quite acceptable as well. Alright, moving on at number 3 we got a brand new free-to-play first-person action title that is extremely popular right now on Steam, and it is called Indigo Park Chapter 1. It's a very immersive first-person horror / exploration game that take you on a thrilling journey inside this abandoned amusement park, and as the player you will have to step into the shoes of the adventurer and uncover all the mysteries hidden inside this place. And it does seem like a pretty cute cartoony style of a game, but there is a bit of a kind of an atmospheric horror element attached to it. It definitely feels creepy sometimes, but I gotta say it's a very thrilling experience and honestly take you about 2 hours to complete the game. And I'm hoping more chapters will be coming out for this game very soon in the future. Anyway, right now the game is having more than 7,000 plus reviews on Steam and their 92 plus positive reviews make this game overwhelmingly positive. Definitely a game that I highly recommend you guys to check out, especially if you're into this type of first-person horror style of a games. Alright, next up at number 2 we got a very cute little comedy style of a stealth game called The Work Cleaner. It's a brand new free-to-play single-player game where you play as a cute little werewolf called Kyle. In this game you play as a janitor who's doing his night shift, and you simply have to explore this ever-expanding office space and master the arsenal of gadgets to clean the office and its mess, incidents and the carnage of your own ongoing rampage. But in order to get your paycheck you have to be stealthy and try not to kill anyone that is working, but ultimately choice is yours. You can either avoid, trick or kill if needed. Honestly a pretty cool little game with a very unique taste, and no surprise the game is right now overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, having more than 1300 plus reviews. And also you don't have to worry about the system requirement, you can definitely play this game even with integrated graphics. Alright, moving on at number 1 spot we got no surprises, that is the most anticipated free-to-play release of this year, the brand new arena style first-person shooter from Ubisoft, the X-Defined. Man, we have been waiting for this game for a very long time and it's finally here, and honestly kinda killing it right now with popularity, and I believe the game surpasses 3 million daily concurrent players within the first to 48 hours, and that is absolutely insane. Anyway, if you're new and don't know anything regarding X-Defined, it's a brand new free-to-play arena style of a first-person shooter from Ubisoft, kinda similar to games like Call of Duty, but in this game we got different factions or characters with unique skills and abilities. And I've been playing the game for the last few days and I already put like 25 hours into the game, and honestly I'm having so much fun. It's definitely not perfect, it still got noticeable issues when it comes to hit registration and server desync. That is only my main issue right now with the game. Other than that I'm having so much fun. So if you're someone who buying Call of Duty games every single year, I'm sure X-Defined is going to be a great free-to-play alternative that you can simply download and enjoy. You don't have to pay anything. And if you're someone who playing the game right now, I would love to know your thoughts about the game, so definitely go ahead and drop a comment down below. Other than that, download, try the game out, it's completely free to play. Well, there you have it guys, 10 of the amazing brand new free-to-play games to try out during the month of May. And if you got any favorite games from our today's list, definitely go ahead and drop a comment down below. And as always guys, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to go ahead and drop a like on this video and also subscribe and stay tuned, because we cover tons of free-to-play games like this every single month. And I catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.